Hi everyone, my name is Mark Kwok and we're talking about my favorite things. Today we're talking skincare and specifically Cerave. This is their moisturizing cream and I want to talk about it a little bit. So I will caveat it right away. I am no skincare expert and not a beacon of skincare. I mean, if you look closely at my face, you will know that I am not the expert here. However, I have tried a lot of products mostly because my partner in crime, my fiance, Renee, is a huge skincare fan. So, sometimes I gotta put some stuff on or whatever. This is just a reality. Now, as a man, I honestly do not like doing a lot with my face or my skin. It's just like not something I think about very often. However, I do hear over and over and over again that I do need to at least put moisturizer on. And for so long, I had not done it, but I'm getting older, and so it clearly makes sense for me to start at least at some point. So now I am starting to at least put moisturizer on myself. I've tried several versions of different moisturizers, but they all felt just kind of off. Like some of them were too oily, some of them were too thick, some of them were too like watery. Like I just couldn't find like this perfect balance, and I couldn't even explain it to you, to be honest, because like it's not like it's just simply you touch it and you realize, okay, this one's not, I don't like this one, or ooh, this one's a little better. Now it wasn't until I found this bad boy that I realized, okay, this is what I like. This is the type of moisturizer that I want on my body, like, and it feels good to put it on. So here's the thing about CeraVe. I have a friend who is actually like an actual dermatologist, and she has a blog. I'll put it down below in the comments here, but or in the description. But her blog is called Tea with MD, TEA with MD, because she's like actually a doctor, and she is a dermatologist. She knows what she's talking about, and she's always recommending CeraVe. So that to me tells me that I'm not crazy. This guy is actually quite good, and even the doctors will recommend it. Now, I've tried Cetaphil, which is also a competitor to CeraVe. I've tried Vaseline. I've tried Aveda, which is really expensive. Kiehl's, which is also expensive. I tried a bunch of these things. Nothing for me hits the sweet spot kind of like this guy, CeraVe. And I'm actually kind of glad, to be honest. I'll tell you why. Because this is not cheap, but it's definitely not considered expensive. When you get into that whole skincare world, man, it can get real expensive. There's a company called La Mer who apparently makes amazing moisturizers and creams and so on. Looks cool, sure, sells it at Nordstrom or Saks or whatever. But to get this size of La Mer, you gotta spend like $500 or something close to that. I don't think I'm exaggerating. I think it actually is like $500, maybe $1,000. I don't know, it's like ridiculous. Whereas these are closer to like the $20, $30 mark. And so not cheap again, I mean, but this will last a decent amount. This is a pretty big container here. This is what we're talking here, about 20 ounces. The other thing that makes me know that this is actually a decent product is that they sell this in a 2-pack at Costco. And we all know Costco is like the ultimate curator. Like no one doesn't like Costco, and that's why they crush it all the time. But they actually sell this in a 2-pack at Costco. And so that is effectively where I will be getting this anytime I want a refill. So what's so great about this? At the end of the day, it's just really how I feel and how it kind of gets on the body. It does honestly feel super hydrating and good when it goes on the body. And I like to put it on my face too. Now, I don't know if that's recommended or not. Generally, people have different moisturizers for their face versus their body, but I'm the guy that kind of just wants to simplify things. So this is the one that I use for my face and for my body. And I haven't had any issues. It doesn't give me acne like some of these other ones. It doesn't feel oily and kind of left on the skin. You know how like sometimes you put moisturizer on and it feels like it's never, you just keep going and it's like, oh man, like when will this get into the skin? Like I'm still going. Like doesn't happen with this. This thing will be absorbed or feel like it's kind of done doing its job after just a little bit of dabbing. It's also recommended, CeraVe is just so recommended across the board. Like there are people who have done so many studies, both scientifically and anecdotally, and they have come to the conclusion that this is a great brand, and this is probably one of their most popular products. They do have a facial wash and a facial cream that's also very popular. I just go with Costco. Costco tells me what I should do, and I do it. All right, that's end of story here, and that's why I have this one. But if you're talking about just a simple regimen, add this, see what you think. So CeraVe Moisturizing Cream, one of my favorite things. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Mark Kwok. I will see you guys on the next one.